Our CEO is the hardest working CEO out there. She actually left corporate America, retiring at the age of 33. She got into the social selling or the network marketing industry, retiring herself because she wanted more time freedom. Well, she got asked to come back to this industry by a mentor of hers to head up a cannabis company. Oh my goodness, what a shock it was for her. But this is a woman who keeps her options open. As a business minded woman, she understood that market shifts make millionaires. She was able to join that company as the CEO and turned it around from only $8,000 a month to over $250,000 a month in revenue. She then got the vision for Akana with an entire health, wellness, and market shift mindset. She has brought us into 2023 with so much promise and opportunity. Melissa is a CEO, not only that, the visionary, an author, a co-author, a mom, a glam mom, and again, our CEO, but I'm so proud to call her my friend, my sister, my mentor. Without any further ado, from Chicago, Illinois, our CEO, Melissa Boston Otoyebe.
Kathy, when I hear you give me that introduction, I mean, Kathy is someone who's so humble, she's so modest. She's not only an emerald here in our company, but she's also the VP of Finance. I mean, she's one of our most beloved presenters because she absolutely is there to help coach everyone, to train everyone, and to really share this business. And I'm just so proud, Kathy, to not just be here as a business partner, as someone who we work together, but you are truly a friend, truly family, love you so much, and just appreciate you for all that you do. And I am super excited tonight because we have a chance to really explain our Akana Lifer program. So good evening, and welcome everyone. I'm going to jump right into it because we have a lot to cover. In fact, you're going to hear from our C-suite tonight. But I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever been at the right place at the right time? You know, they say the average person will be at the right place at the right time twice in their lifetime. So if you have to ask yourself, you know, is this your first time or your last? Because this is a company, when you think about Amazon, Apple, you know, Amway, even Avon, right? You know, sometimes you think about a company like Amway and some people think, well, you know, what's the big deal about Amway? Well, let me tell you the big deal. The 5 people that hung around and stayed long enough, they override over 90% of their $10+ billion in sales. And so with Akana, you are absolutely at the right place at the right time. But first, I want to ask you, why are you on the call tonight? You know, I heard you ask that question, Kathy, on Thursday. And that's a very important question because I want to just speak to you real quick from my heart. You know, I'm one of those people who I grew up, you know, in the projects, a single mom. Literally, not only was I raised by a single mom, but I became a single mom at the age of 19. And for me, you know, I thought, because most of my family never owned a business, I just thought for my whole life, I would actually just work a job. You know, I was very shy, much of an introvert. But as a mom, you know, when you have a child, you know, that becomes your purpose, that becomes your why. And for me, as a corporate executive, because I did go to school, get a great education, and I did work my way up through corporate America, but sometimes I was working 70, 80 hours a week. And unfortunately, all of that sacrifice came at a major expense. And that expense was the time that I could spend with my son. And so one day he called me up and said, Mom, you want to know something? I will never be 5 years old again. And I have no memories of you at the age of 5. He broke down and cried. I cried. And at that very moment, I knew that I had to do something different. And I'm just so thankful because at some point in my life, I met a mentor, and that mentor believed in me. And that mentor was really the reason why I was able to break through my shell. I was able to go out and fire my boss. I retired from corporate America when I was 33 years old. But guess what? I had a why. And so you want to ask yourself, what's driving you on a Sunday night? You could be doing anything, but you're here right now. And I know you're here for a reason and a purpose, and you want to think about that. In fact, maybe you have some goals in your life. And so what is your goal? Perhaps your goal is you want to leave a legacy. Perhaps you want to just go out and do some shopping for Black Friday. Maybe you're here to learn more about our company and our products. or maybe you want to go diamond with our company. And so here's the good news. The good news is we know that we hear a lot of economic downfall right now. We hear so much doom and gloom, but the good news is millionaires are made during periods like this. In fact, periods of recession time. But here's the challenge. Most people don't get to the other side of money because we're too busy spending all of our money on the wrong things. And so we're going to talk tonight about making proper choices, right? Smart choices, because there's a term called conspicuous consumption. And that basically means in certain people, everything they own, you can see it. They wear it. They're not assets. When you look at very wealthy people, the top 5% of the wealth of the world, they take 2/3 of their money and they invest it. And so we've got to learn to change our mindset, because it really starts on payday and what you do with your income. They tell us that the middle class, guess what they do? They purchase liabilities. They think they're assets, right? We purchase cars and homes and we think those are assets, but those are really liabilities. The poor people buy stuff, and soon the poor people will buy virtual stuff, because it's shifting even deeper than that. There's a wealth gap that's coming. And this wealth gap, it's going to increase, because understand that there's this concept called the metaverse, where they're actually wanting to put us in a position where we go shopping, but guess what? We own absolutely nothing and we're still going to be happy. And so how would you like to prepare for this paradigm? Here's some food for thought. The wealthiest people in the world, they buy assets, okay? They take calculated risk. They look for opportunities. They make quick decisions and change their mind very slow. But then we have poor people. And I'm telling you guys, I grew up very poor. I grew up in the projects, was raised by a single mom. We struggled living paycheck to paycheck. And here's what I can tell you. We passed over opportunities repeatedly. I can remember my family telling me, don't get involved in sales, right? They hated sales, right? Don't have one of those network marketing businesses. They weren't interested in that. So we passed over opportunities repeatedly. And here's the reality. As poor people, guess what poor people seek? The comfort of working for wages versus profits, making slow decisions. And as soon as they make a decision, guess what? They change their mind very quickly. So how would you like to get on the other side of money this holiday season? I want you to think about that. Let's flip the paradigm, because most of the time when it comes to holiday season, we get so excited about going and taking all the money we've worked so hard for the whole year and spending it with everyone else. And we wonder why our pockets are empty. But how would you like to get on the other side of the wealth that's going to happen? Because even though, yes, there's an economy and there's a downturn that we see in certain sectors are booming. For some companies, this is going to be the biggest quarter of their whole lifetime. And you can be a part of this, but it's about making proper choices. And so imagine, as an Econo Lifer, we're going to get into the details of the program. But for those who might be new for the first time, guess what? You're also going to have a virtual online website. Imagine earning 20 to 50% of the commissionable volume on all the purchases you and your family make this holiday season and for the rest of your life. Think about the power of that. And let's just get real, because I know so many times, and I've met people who want to look down on the network marketing industry, like, oh, network marketing, it's another one of those things. Let me tell you this. Oftentimes we groom our kids and we want them to go out and be doctors and lawyers, and that's great. Oftentimes, kids are competing to be in the NFL professional sports teams, guys. Look at this statistic. The NFL does about $9 billion per year. The network marketing industry, $190 billion per year. This industry has created more millionaires than any other industry on the planet. So it's time to get excited about network marketing. And so how did we get started? We got started back in 2019 with actually CBD. What I love about the owners of Econo, and I'm one of them, but we have 3 others, right? And then we also have founding members. But here's the reality, guys. We got involved in the cannabis industry on the legal side of it, because there was something called CBD that we could legally sell before recreational cannabis was actually legalized. And as a result of that, we had already started bringing in millions of dollars of revenue in the cannabis space, while many minorities were locked out because guess what? There was so much red tape. And so we pride ourselves on finding emerging industries and positioning ourselves in those industries. And tonight we're going to talk about another emerging industry, because there's another trend that's happening right now. In fact, in 2021, we recognized that a major problem was happening, and exponentially it was getting worse. And that was healthcare. That was the quality of our life. We were witnessing so many people die from heart disease, from cancer. We were witnessing diabetes and the amputations that were coming with that. We've had personal loved ones in our lives that suffered from some of these diseases. In fact, my very own son, under the age of 30, not only was dealing with high blood pressure, but he had polyps on his colon. Thank God they were benign, but it gave us a wake-up call that we've got to look seriously at the wellness industry. And so at that time, we brought a concept to the world called plant-based for your blood type. In fact, we work with our phenomenal Dr. Eric Prince. In fact, we also brought something called a bioscan, because what we recognized is the wellness industry was going to emerge, and we wanted to make sure we had not just products, but other type of technologies that can bring real solutions. And so with our bioscan, it helps you to ascertain what's happening on a cellular level. We can look at 40 different areas of the body, including the heart, the brain, the kidneys, the liver, the prostate, the pH. And so we're going to look at some of the success we've had with that, so that you can then make a decision on why you should position yourself as an Akana lifer. So here's our disclaimer. It's important that you understand that our products are not meant to treat, cure, or diagnose your condition. But the reality is, we found a solution to the issue that's happening right now with the healthcare industry. And that's understanding that we've got to take it in our own power. And so with the Flat Belly Lifestyle, we have a 3-step approach. First, it's great products that's going to help clean and detoxify the body. Second is understanding your blood type. Third is knowing what's happening on the inside. So that's our 3-pronged approach. We have a medical advisory board. We have formulators. We have partners. We have MDs, naturopaths, RNs. We have a team of people that are dedicated to ensuring that we're bringing the best of the best. And they're there to help empower us and inspire each and every one of you. We have testimonials, unprecedented testimonials, over 20,000 people who are now raving about this amazing program, people from all walks of life. In fact, here's Tiffany Holmes. I'm going to highlight her tonight because many of you might not have heard her story, but she was diagnosed with a type of hypertension that's so severe that it caused pressure on her brain. She started our cleansing program, and after 3 days, her blood pressure was normal. In fact, it's the lowest it had been in 3 years. After 6 days, her ankles and headaches went away. Do you know, in that 21-day period, she lost 20 pounds, 7 inches off of her waist. And guess what, guys? The stories just keep coming and coming. Mary Graham, who decided finally to show up for herself, losing 9 inches off her waist. Jesus Soriano, dropping 21 pounds in 21 days. And here's the reality, guys. This is a growing market shift. Wellness, it's the hottest industry right now. In fact, if you look at it, right now we're at about $4 trillion, but it's an industry they're predicting that in the next few years, by 2032, it's going to be an $8 trillion industry. I want you to think about that for a second. We're talking about a growing market that's not only growing, but it's shifting. It's going from healthcare to self-care. And we are perfectly positioned in that. And understand that billionaires are made during market shifts. When I retired at 33 years old, it's because I caught a market shift. And if you want to get wealthy in this economy, you have to figure out where is the market going, and you got to position yourself in front of any of those trends. Because if you break it down, 2032, I mean, that literally is less than 10 years away. And we're talking about an can you even wrap your head around what $8 trillion looks like? Imagine 1% of $8 trillion. Do you know that equals $80 billion, just 1%? But guess what 1% of 80 billion is? 1% of $80 billion is $800 million. I say all that to say this. We're not just introducing a company. We're not just introducing products. But imagine as our company continues to crush records, as our company continues to bring in millions of dollars of sales, as our company goes from a multi-million-dollar company to a multi-billion-dollar company. Imagine you are positioned as an Econo lifer and you're able not only to have great products, but to actually override what's happening company-wide. Now, if that doesn't excite you, right? I mean, that is so exciting. So you have the opportunity of a lifetime to enroll in this exciting new program. And so let's look real quick at the Econo Lifer and what it entails. So it entails some phenomenal products. You know, it entails tools for you to help build your business, member benefits, CBD, our flat belly products, new products that are coming as well. In fact, the value of this pack, it's over $2,500. Now, you have to make sure when we show these packs, you're eligible to purchase the pack. What's great about this particular pack, your eligibility starts with even being somebody brand new. So if you're here for the first time, you're actually eligible for this very pack, okay? Here's a list of some of the products that actually come inside of this pack. We're talking about product value alone that's over $1,500. We're talking about membership benefits that are over $500, university classes that you're going to learn more about these emerging industries that's valued at $500. In fact, it also comes with a phenomenal compensation plan. It pays out 9 levels. You're going to learn more about that a little bit later. And for those of you who purchase it, you also get something known as Econo Bucks, okay? So that's always cool because you can redeem that for products. So this is a snapshot of what comes with it. What I want to do real quick, I want to talk about some of the new products that are coming inside of this pack. One of them is a product that hasn't been released yet. We have a protein shake right now called the Blaster. Well, this brand new protein shake, it's called the Builder. And it's amazing because it's a true age reversal daily meal replacement and protein. In fact, the ingredients are proven to help boost memory, reduce stress, lower cortisol levels, build muscle without even exercising, which I thought that can't be done. But there's actually plant-type peptides that while you're sleeping actually build muscle. We're talking about a vegan protein shake that, yes, builds muscle in your sleep, reduces inflammation, smoother skin, healthier joints. We call this our longevity meal. In fact, one of the key ingredients, we studied this ingredient. It dates all the way over to China. There's a gentleman who died in 1933, but he lived to be 197 years old. When scientists later would study what he did, there was a specific root he ate every single day. And guess what? That root is in this amazing protein shake. But we have other products too, like our aronia berry. With our aronia berry, we have not only our juice, which many of you have had a chance to try, but we have our brand new powder that's also included in the Diamond Lifer. So it's just such a tremendous value. But I really want to talk now to the visionaries on the line, the people that have vision beyond just the products, because you can purchase the product pack, you know, you can sell those products, make your money back. But let's now think past that. Our company, since we started in 2009, we've paid out $5 million to people just like you all across the country here in the United States. Now that's just in the United States, okay? And we're about to launch our international expansion. But let's look at something else. We have different pools in our company because we really wanted to reward people. And so we have a pool, and this pool requires achievement. In this pool, you can go to a specific rank, and it allows you to override literally up to 6% of the company, okay? And so one of those pools we've actually paid out $720,000. Now you're probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with me? Well, a few years ago, we decided to do something really disruptive. We said we want to level the playing field. We want to put the average person in a position to win. And how we did that, we did a founding member pool. And inside of that pool, we were able to pay people all across the country on the success of our company. How would you like to share on the upside? Because you make a decision today to get positioned in as an Akana lifer. Now, this particular pack, the founding member, closed out in 2022. And so that group will get paid in that pool forever and ever and ever. Exciting for them. But what does that mean for you? What does that $120,000 have to do with you? Well, here's the good news. We've launched our brand new Akana Lifer. We're taking 0.5% of our shared revenue pool, and we're going to pay that out to our Akana lifers. And what's really exciting, you're going to learn a little bit more from our CMO. He's going to talk about the international portion. But as a Akana lifer here in the United States, you're going to have first movers advantage. And because you are first to market, when we launch our Philippine market, our Ghana market, our Kenya market, you're actually going to also benefit and override all of those markets, guys. We are so excited about this. And so, yes, we're taking 0.5%, which is 0.5% of our gross revenue. Now, this is not an investment, because if it was an investment, you would be waiting on profits. Companies can make profits or not make profits. Guess what? We made a profit last year, right? We've made profit a few years. But the reality is you don't have to wait on profits, because a revenue pool is paid just like the light bill. It's first mover. That means you get paid before anything else gets paid. And that is super exciting and rewarding. And see, our goal is to take this concept around the world, creating blue zones everywhere. And you can join us in creating now a 7th blue zone, because we hear there's now a 6th one in Singapore. And so let's look at the price. What would it cost you to get positioned as an Akana lifer with this diamond pack? The cost of this, right now we have what we call our early bird price point, okay? And as an early bird price point, you can take advantage of this for $998. When I say that amount, I still have to almost pinch myself, because we've never had a pack where you as a brand new person can get into a pool for $998, and you already have back 150% in product value, not to mention all the other awards and rewards and member benefits that come with it. In fact, right now, because we do recognize not everyone has the resources, and so we will allow you to put a deposit down of $250 to hold your spot, and your balance will be due by October 31st. And so again, screenshot your eligibility, make sure you're clear on exactly how this works. And so let's clarify, guys, this is not an investment. See, if you qualify, again, based on investments, you're waiting for profits, and then you get paid on what's left over. You get paid off the top of our gross revenue happening all around the world. And so how do you qualify? You're probably wondering, there's got to be something you got to do. Well, there is. And one way to qualify is to make sure each month you have 3 customers. You could be one of those customers, but that's one of the ways you qualify. Now, what if you don't get your 3 customers for the month? Well, here's the deal. We're going to waive customer requirements all the way through January 1st of 2024 for everyone that does the pre-order. Now, after December 2024, you're going to now need those 3 retail customers monthly. It could be the same customers every month. And again, you could be one of them. Our product prices start at like $7.95. So you should be able to go out and find customers pretty easy. Now, there's another bonus. You're going to learn more about this at the end, but we actually are granting our Akana lifers with the Diamond Pack a special access card. So with our new wellness center that's coming soon, you're going to have a $500 credit towards the new wellness center so that you can come out with your family and friends. And so with that being said, who's ready to become an Akana lifer? But guess what? There's even more. We're going to share with you some more details, because at the end of the day, guys, if we just hit our basic goal of $1 billion, when we look at 0.5% of $1 billion, guys, That's over $5 million. I mean, that is super exciting, guys. And our goal, our mission, our focus is taking this company $1 billion big. And so with that being said, I have the pleasure of jumping out the way so we can jump right into it with our CSO. She's going to show you a little bit more about the money, how it works, and how you can position yourself to go diamond and beyond. This is someone who's so near and dear to my heart. Not only did she come on board as a co-founder, but she, yes, is our CSO. She's our midwife. She's our first diamond, our first double diamond, helping everyone give birth to unlimited possibilities. Without any further ado, Phyllis Nash, if you can go ahead and take it away.
I hope you guys are as excited as we are. And guys, who wants to see a pool that pays through infinity? I get excited about that. Now that looks good, but I love the pool that pays through infinity. So our comp plan pays through 9 levels plus your personal website. That's pretty exciting. So at this level, to activate those 9 levels, you must reach diamond. And most of you probably think reaching diamond might be a stretch, but with this new lifer pack, oh no, you can do it. Next slide. So how would you like to skip to and get paid as a diamond status on day 1? See, by purchasing that kind of lifer package, you are going to be able to get paid for 6 months as a diamond. And that means getting paid 9 levels. When normally, as you see, if you come in, you're only going to get paid on level 1 and level 2 as a pearl pack. And if you go be a sapphire, you get paid on 6 levels. But that diamond lifer pack is going to get you paid all the way down on 9 levels. Now, this is our busiest time of the year. And so who don't you know that would not want to participate? So having a 9th level is real likely. So what happens when you're earning more points? So as you come in and you buy a pack, you get 1 point. But if you advance to our pearl level, now you get paid 3 points in that. That's pretty exciting. Go on to become a sapphire, now you get 6 points. As a ruby, you get 8 points, and as a emerald, 10 points. So guys, you can get one of those packs. It does not mean you have to stay at once. Advance in our compensation plan, and the more you advance, the more points you get. At diamond, you get 12 points. So how do you secure the pack? So the kind of lifer, if you funds are low, but you know you want to do this, you're going to put a $250 deposit down. Now the Akana Lifer Black card is a $500 deposit. You're going to get 5% credit card surcharge. Okay, so you can also Zelle to 678. I'll give you a minute to write this down. Zelle 678-469-1807. That's Wakana for life. That's a Zelle if you want to choose and don't have to pay that 5%. If you use a credit card, you don't have to pay that. You can just Zelle that right to 678-469-1807. Or you can use the cashier's card check, and you want to pay, send it to Akana 411 East 35th Street. If you're able, you need to take a screenshot of this so you can see all the options you have to pay. And remember, you want to purchase before November 1st, 2023 to save on the pre-purchase level, because it goes up November 1st. Now, during the early bird, you maximize the points. So in November, you can spend $1,099 and you're going to receive 1,200 points. Now, these are points earned on your way to ranking. That's what's going to get you to go to those other ranks. But right now, with that $998 pack, you are getting the same 1,200 points. So doesn't it just make sense to go on and get it in October? See, you can get busy. You can tell other people to get on this call during the week, let them know about it, get on the call next week. You can sell your products and you're going to make back 150 The support is there. And that doesn't include your $100 Akana bucks you can use to buy product. So you're already in profit mode. So to go diamond, you really, really do want to go diamond. You can earn anywhere from $150 to $300 for every pack that you sell. Now it's going to pay you 9 levels and upgrade you to being paid as a diamond. Guys, this is exciting. And this is the best time of the year to go diamond while we still need 100,000 points to get to diamond. With the extra points, it can equate to as little as 80,000 in dollars instead of that 100,000 in actual revenue. So I'm telling you, this is the time of year we do this. So go qualify diamond with as little as 41 of the black card packs sold. So, hey, if you tell somebody and they tell somebody, get down, calculate what you need and who you need to contact to get those 41 black cards sold, and you're going to go diamond. And you're going to purchase by November 1st, 2023 to maximize the value of your points. So what do I do next? You're going to pay via Zelle. Again, take a screenshot. You can pay by a cashier's check, money order, or an e-wallet. For those of you that are existing distributors, you might have money in your e-wallet. You can pay full payments plus tax or a deposit to hold your spot. And the balance is paid in full by October 31st, 2023. Now, have the most financially successful season ever. Guys, it's time now to set your goals, make your list, book parties, ask for support, give the gift of health, because like she said, self-care is definitely the new healthcare. We want you to attend the calls and the webinars, get your support, reach out to your team, schedule 3-way calls, add people to our Facebook group, and definitely the fortune is in the follow-up. So look at this picture of happy people. They all made the decision to start with a Akana and Lifer pack and put smiles on their faces because they're really unhappy working their regular jobs, not being appreciated, not having life-work balance, but they put smiles on their faces because they're going to join us as an Akana Lifer. Back to you, Melissa. Look at this, guys. We want you to get ready. I love travel. How about getting paid? So, goodbye.
Hey, Diva.
Thank you.
Who's ready to go to Dubai? Back to you, Melissa.
Thank you so much for that, Phyllis. And I'm going to put up real quick the states that do require sales tax, guys. So if you're not in these states that we're listing, your price point is the price point. There's nothing else to add. But if you do live in these particular states, just know there is applicable sales tax. So you can contact customer service. And I know Christian will give you all the details on how to do that. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring up our Chief Operating Officer. This is Christian Phillips. He hails from Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm telling you what, he came on board here 18 months ago. Oh my God, Christian, almost 2 years now, taking the company by storm. He runs our entire operations, which includes our customer support, our shipping, our warehouse. He comes by way of corporate America with his MBA, helping billion-dollar companies already, and now he's helping us go billion-dollar big. So without any further ado, Christian Phillips, I know you're traveling, but if you can take it away, sir.
Hey, Melissa, are you out there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So I am just super excited about this LIFR program. We can actually go to the next slide. I'm gonna give you all some pertinent details about this in terms of who's eligible to purchase this pack. So basically anyone is eligible to purchase this pack. That's including all new guests as well as distributors. As it relates to our distributors, that's the brand ambassadors. That's our wellness starter dispensary, those who've purchased the Pearl Coach Pack, the Stemless Dispensary, Millennial Dispensary, the Sapphire Coach Pack, Diamond Coach Pack, our Crown Jewel Dispensary Pack, existing founding members from last year's program, as well as wellness coaches in the Scan Upgrade Pack. So that's any and everybody is eligible to purchase this. Now, as of right now, up until November 1st, the cost for this is $9.98 plus tax, and we have specific states where taxes are applicable. You can contact customer service for further details. After November 1st, it will go up to $1,099. Now, if you're mailing those payments, you do have the option to do so. The mailing address is listed here. Please screenshot accordingly. You're going to send that to Akana, care of Akana LIFR, and our address in Chicago, 411 East 35th Street. All right. And for those of you that want to pay via credit card, that option is available. You can contact customer service Monday through Friday during normal business hours to make that payment. You're going to contact 1-888-312-0420. And that cost for that is going to be $1,048 because it does incur a 5% credit card surcharge. All right. And so when you actually qualify and do everything you need to do as it relates to the Akana LIFR, we have a payout schedule. That payout schedule based off the volume done in November to December is going to be January 15th to 22nd, similar to our Founders Program, January through March, April 15th to 22nd, April through June, the next quarter, July 15th to 22nd, July through September, October 15th to 22nd, and it goes on from there. All right. And payouts are added to an area in your commission history known as adjustment. So that's in your back office. So once you become a distributor or once you actually sign up, the person that invited you will be able to show you exactly where those payments are posted quarterly, and they will appear either in a unilevel or weekly check. And you must meet the requirements for those deposits to be made into your e-wallet on those payout dates. Now, for purposes of product fulfillment, the team is actually going to be delivering those founder packs. They'll be available on November 13th for pickup. And then for shipping them out, we'll start shipping them out as early as November 15th for those of you that pre-order before October 31st, on or before October 31st. And so at this particular point, all you have to do is decide what you want. And that's in regard to, as Melissa already told you, you have a deposit of $250 between $500, depending on what you want. If you're submitting those Zelles, there's a phone number there, cashier's checks, and also money orders. We went over that. At sales tax where applicable, my recommendation is to contact customer support at 888-312-0420 to get the actual dollar amount that you might need to make that cashier's check and money order out to. And remember, for all credit card payments, there is a 5% fee. And that's it for now. Next slide. I would like to discuss in regard to the future of operations. So as we think of the LIFR program and how we're expanding our business model and are expanding our business in general, what we're doing right now is we're creating streamlined workflows for distributors. We're providing real-time support for technical solutions. We're producing customer service options leading to less churn, and we're establishing first point of contact resources for all product lines. As it relates to our wellness center, our 405 address in Chicago, that's actually under development for our wellness program. We're shipping out, we have our logistics hub that's going to be strategically placed based off of where the majority of our customer bases are. So that's going to be strategically placed around the United States to make sure that we can satisfy that turnkey system of getting you your order within the next, or processing your order based off of your shipping preference within 24 to 48 hours of it coming in, as well as sustaining product fulfillment built to scale. So as we go to $1 billion big, ladies and gentlemen, that's also going to be something that we're going to be able to fulfill based off of having our distribution outlets in all these places. And so the long-term benefits of that is going to be a successful business strategy, better morale, employee motivation internally, higher revenue and profits, which you'll see within the founders program as well as his lifer program, based off of having 0.5% of the revenue pool, customer satisfaction for retention, global expansion, and increased efficiency and responsibility. So I am going to throw it to either Scott, I believe, or yes, so Scott Reese, our Chief Medical Officer.
And I'll go ahead and intro him, but that was awesome, Christian. Thank you so much. But for those of you who perhaps might be meeting Scott for the first time, it's always a pleasure to introduce him. This is someone, we feel like we've known you now, Scott, forever, but it's only been a matter of months, but he's got extensive experience in the space of going billion-dollar big. He's worked with several companies, helping them to grow to billion-dollar big. And it's exciting because not only has he been featured twice for Teacher of the Year, so he's great at taking complex information and systems and breaking them down so the average person can understand it, but he's been featured twice by Time Warner, but he's also been featured on the cover of magazines for his business acumen and his marketing strategy and his techniques. And so Scott Reese, our Chief Marketing Officer, we are super excited for you to share your portion tonight.
Oh man, it's been such a great night already, and I've enjoyed talking to everybody or hearing from everybody that's been on the line. And yeah, billion-dollar big, man, that's what I do. That's why I'm here. First thing I would say to you is that we're developing tools even now as we speak. One of the tools that we have is called the Easy app. It's a very exciting tool that basically does a few things. And if you don't mind, I did jot a few notes. I normally go totally off the cuff, but I did want to give you some accurate notes today. First of all, this is a way to market your Sphere 1, Sphere 2, and Sphere 3. And if you don't know what that is, training on Saturday would be good for you. If you did hear about that at boot camp or hear about here, basically it's a way to touch the people that are the closest to you that you know, people that you kind of know, and people that you've never met in your life. And so it's an important piece of our marketing tools that we're going to have. I'm actually working on several tools. 8, if you must know the total number, but several tools for Akana to get us to billion-dollar big. Listen, you got to walk the path with a little bit of tech. So we're going to be doing that, especially when we go international. This is this Easy app and all that goes with it. It's a great way for us to be international, and that is very important to our Akana Lifer program. So as we expand into these amazing regions that we're going, like the Philippines, like Kenya. Man, I've got some great friends in Kenya. I can't wait till we bust that wide open. And I've got great teams there as well. I look forward to sharing all that with you because, you know, it's what I do. But one of the things that I'd like to share with you is this. Do you understand that the tools that we're developing are geared mainly for you, not only to reach the people that you know that are right on your phone, or the people that you want to know, or the people that you just now met in the elevator or in the grocery store or whatever, but it's also meant, these tools are meant to reach out to the world. So when we have our first movers advantage, ladies and gentlemen, when that 0.5, by the way, tonight's the first time it registered. She said gross revenue. Ay, ay, ay. If you guys only knew how big that is, how many more millionaires I can help create just based on that one thing. Man, oh man. I mean, the list is mind-boggling. My head's been spinning ever since she said that, so I'm a little tongue-tied tonight, but I can say this, it's big time, and because you're doing this first, you're the first movers. That's why we call it First Movers Advantage. You're going to benefit from every one of these countries if you just take action, and we're giving you the tools. If you say, well, I don't know anybody from the Philippines, well, guess what? You will. Oh, I don't know anybody from Kenya. Guess what? You can, you will. Our tools are geared at reaching out to very specific places to help you grow your downline. This is a big, 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 big deal. I have marketed in over 120 countries, friends. I know what it is, and I know where we're going. I wouldn't be here otherwise. I can just say it out loud. Now, I want to say this too, because this is important. Statistics show us, studies, collegiate studies, and I've been a president of a college, so I know how that goes. The bottom line is that they say that it's a great idea to pick a company that's at least 18 months old. You know why? Because most companies are gone before then. They don't make it. Well, we've been around 4 years plus, and counting, and we're just fine. According to Harvard Business School, and it's a fine business school, if a company has less than 500,000 people in it, that's a really good opportunity. It's a great opportunity, in fact, as you can read. But if it's less than 100K, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Can I say this really, really loud? All of you on this call, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Do not miss this. As you can see from a statistical analysis here, and this is really important, this is what we would call the S curve here. The first 100,000 to 150, and it's closer to 100,000, trust me, involved in business will earn up to 80% of the wealth. Let me just mark that out for you real quick. We're going to be $1 billion annually. I mark my reputation on this, and I don't miss my goals. We're going to be $1 billion annually. 80% of the wealth of that company is going to be $800 million. Wouldn't you like to have some of the commissions based on that? And that's every year, year after year, month after month, week after week, forever. That's a very, very big deal. I don't mind telling you, one of the network marketing companies that I was in reached a very high level in sales. This is going on 19 years now, and I'm still receiving a residual income check from that company month after month, year after year, over and over and over again, because I was just really excited about the products and I just marketed that. That's all I did. 2 million people later. I can say this to you very, very simply. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. You are in the, I hate to this, I mean, this, I can't help but say it. You are in the right place at the very right time. As a matter of fact, you couldn't be better positioned. So I can say this, simply this. Not only do you have all of those things going for you, I'm going to say this out loud. Akana Lifer, if you have the wherewithal to do this, you flat better do it. This thing is going to be this is a juggernaut. This is a rocket ship launching off the pad. You best do this. That's not a sales talk there. I call it like it is. Do it. One more thing that adds to our company, and I can't say this with enough intensity. Not only is it the right time, right place, right tools, right people, right staff, right you guys, but we have the right CEO. She is a superstar. She hates it when I talk like this, but she is a superstar. I would not be here if it weren't for her. I heard her energy, I heard her passion, I heard her brain, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm buckling up for this one. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our CEO is incredible. So we've got the right CEO, and I turn it over for her to close this out. Melissa, thank you for the opportunity.
Wow, Scott. I mean, you literally gave me goosebumps. Thank you so much. Just appreciate you. And we just love having you on the team. You've just been like a rocket ship yourself. So thank you for all that you're doing. And you've really said it all. I mean, at this point, what I want to do is speak to those who might be interested in the Akana Black Card. So we've talked about the Akana Lifer, but we haven't really jumped into the Akana Black Card. So the last few minutes of this call, we reserved it for that particular group. And so I'm going to go through who might be qualified to take this up a notch. I mean, if you're excited about what Scott said, he says, get it, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer, okay? But not everyone's going to be qualified for the Akana Black Card. But the good news, if you become an Akana Lifer, you get your first pack, then that's your first level of now qualifying so that you can actually purchase the Black Card. So let's jump into the Black Card. So here's the Akana Black Card. And here's some of the differences with this particular pack. Instead of getting 1 point in the pool, you're going to get 2 points in the pool. And you might notice that in most cases, you're getting double the product, okay? So those are great benefits. Of course, as a Black Card member, you're going to override in that 0.5% Lifer shared revenue pool as well. That's exciting. But there's another component we're adding to the table. One of the things we recognize when you saw that shift, with wellness, 4 trillion to 8 trillion, self-care, the new healthcare. One of the visions we had immediately is that we've got to have healing centers, wellness centers. And so we're launching our very first Wellness Center. In fact, our team is already putting the groundwork together, and it's going to be available, in fact, this year. So it's launching like now as we speak. And so imagine the opportunity to position yourself not only in front of our global pool for the sales that are happening with Akana, but also there's a 2% pool where you're going to share in the revenue of that pool for those who hold the black card. And here's the cool part about all of this, guys. If we look at the value of this, okay, we're talking about a $6,000 value. We're going to get into the cost of what it would cost you to have this, but I want to focus first on value, okay? Because if you look at the qualifications to get this pack, so let's look at that, make sure you're eligible. We don't want you shopping for something that you're not yet qualified for, right? And so if you're brand new, again, the first pack we talked about, we welcome that for everyone. But if you have either been a founding member from 2019 to 2012, you're eligible to purchase this pack. Anyone who has already purchased the Akana Lifer pack, you're eligible to purchase this pack. Anyone who's purchased the Sapphire, the Diamond Coach Pack, or the Wellness Coach and Scan Upgrade. So that's the group that's qualified to actually purchase this pack, okay? So again, with this particular pack, you're going to receive the 0.5% shared revenue pool, the 2% Wellness Healing Center shared revenue pool, and you're going to get all these great products, guys, which is incredible. And you're getting 2 points now. So you're doubling your points in that pool. And so let's look real quick at what the Wellness Center is going to look like. I know many of you have been watching the videos, and we'll ask Dr. Roz to send out the video to the leaders. That way the leaders can actually share this with your team. But there are these amazing energy centers that are popping up around the world. We're the second African-American owned company to get one. They're very pricey, but what's great about them is they work unlike anything we've seen. And so imagine the opportunity to be a part of this on the upside as we start making moves in the wellness center space. And we're going to start here in Chicago because, of course, this is our home base, but we see ourselves expanding this in Texas. We see ourselves expanding this in Atlanta, in Massachusetts, in California. We can see having these healing centers around the country, around the world. And the reason why we know that's needed, because if you look at why the wellness industry is exploding, because chronic disease is exploding. More than ever, people need a solution. We're losing too many of our loved ones are leaving up out of here, guys. And it's unfortunate, but life is unfair to those who are unaware. A lot of people don't know that we are digging our grave with our fork. They don't know that a lot of the food that's lined up on these shelves is by design. They're highly addictive, they're highly processed, and processed food is killing us. Colon cancer will be the leading cause of death of people between the ages of 20 and 49 years of age by the year 2030. And so we know that it's not just for the wealth side. I mean, that's great. But to me, what's most rewarding is we're going to have the opportunity to do something significant, to really help people live a higher quality of life. When you watch this video, and we're not going to play it tonight, but it's going to blow you away at the different, and we can't make cures for disease, guys, but you can listen to people's testimonial. And if someone had a cyst and tumors growing in their ovaries, if someone had stage 4 breast cancer and all of a sudden they didn't have it anymore, that's their testimonial, okay? And that's the power of really understanding some of these healing mechanisms that are out there that unfortunately just aren't accessible to all communities. And so we want to bring this into our communities. We want to bring this to all communities and really help put healing in our communities and really give people an alternative to what's happening out there that's causing us to die prematurely. And so as we're working on this wellness center here in Illinois, again, it's a 2% shared revenue pool, and this is exclusive for only the black card holders, okay? This pool, the very first time it pays out will be the second quarter of 2024, because technically we're going to start opening this to the public in January. So that means the first sales that are going to come through are going to be January, February, March, and that will be the first quarter payout. And so again, let's look at the benefits of this black card. Not only do you get the Diamond Club benefits that we mentioned earlier, but we also are adding you, if you are a business owner, perhaps you have insurance, maybe you do real estate, but imagine being a part of the Akana directory, where you actually get listed for our 30,000 customers. You get listed where our thousands of distributors can access your information. We believe in doing business with people who do business with us. You know, it's a family-run business. We treat each other like family, and there's a lot of love here. And so when you're a part of our group, guess what? We take care of our group, and you will go in that directory. And so again, the 2% shared revenue pool, 12-month access. So this is something we haven't even talked about yet. But now these healing centers, when you watch the video, people pay as much as $80 per hour just to lay on a zero gravity bed. So the bed's not doing anything other than allowing them to be in the environment, but it's the environment around them that's delivering the healing. And so everybody in that vicinity is getting that healing treatment. Guys, they pay $80 per hour. We traveled all the way to Michigan, paying $60 an hour. It was about 12 of us to lay on these zero gravity beds and get this treatment. And that's why we're so convicted by the technology, because it works. Even NASA is actually using this technology for when their astronauts come back. It helps to reverse some of the damage they're experiencing when they're out of space. And so it's extraordinary. I mean, for vanity purposes, ladies, if you want to grow your hair, this actually helps the hair to stop breaking because it repairs the end caps of your telomeres. If you know anything about telomeres, the longer your telomere, the longer your life. The guy that I was telling you that died in 1933, he had very long telomeres, okay? And so this particular technology, NASA proved it. They proved that it not only fixes and repairs damaged DNA, which is a big, big deal, but it also helps to grow and lengthen your telomeres, guys. When our telomeres start to fray, we enter what they call the death spiral. And that death spiral for some people is decades, and then it gets aggressive, and then we die. So those telomeres are noticeably shrinking during that spiral, okay? And so imagine something that can actually take those telomeres and repair them, repair the DNA, and then lengthen our telomeres, guys. This is a game changer. And so yes, people are willing to do like we did, spend $60 an hour to go visit these machines and stay in that technology. And now we're having access to this. And what we're going to do for the Black card holders, we're not only going to give you the Black card where you're going to override this, but imagine for 1 year, for one whole year, you're going to get 2 sessions a month, okay? That's a $2,800 value that the Black card holders get. Now remember, with the Diamond Club, the first group, we're giving you a $500 voucher for these centers. Now it's the one here in Chicago, guys. So if you're not here locally, then you might not, be able to benefit personally unless you come to Chicago. But here's the deal. You might have family or friends, so you can share the love, okay? Come visit us periodically, but the benefit is yours because it comes automatically with that Black card. And so with that being said, the machines are pretty extraordinary. We're going to get the video to you so that you can watch the true essence of it. I mean, it's going to blow you away, guys. But here's what it looks like. You're probably wondering, well, what's the cost? Okay, how do I become a Black card member? So let's look at that. So the value, again, is $6,000. The value, in our opinion, is priceless because we're talking about your own self-care company, a company where you can do detoxes and cleanse and do it all through yourself, get paid. If you want to become wellness coaches, get certified, there's ways to advance through the company. But in addition to that, you're getting access to that wellness center. And here's what you would pay, guys, and here's the crazy part about it. If you get products that far exceed the $19.99, that means go out and sell your products, go out and use your products. You got your value. And so now this is what we call welcome to the family. This is the extra. This is how we reward. This is how we go above and beyond to show our love for our Akana Nation. And so we want everyone to be well, everyone who's connected with us. And we know that if you have the 21-day cleanse, you have our CBD products, and now you have access to this, we're going to create that 7th blue zone. We're going to be the company that really helps people around the world live that higher quality of life, okay? Now, here's the good news for those who might say, $19.99, you're talking $2,000. Maybe that's not affordable for you at this point, where there is a $500 deposit that you can make that's going to lock in your spot, okay? And then you can pay the balance. The balance technically is due by October 31st. If there's some challenges there, always reach out to the team. We're always there to support. But just take a quick look at the benefits. Look at the comp plan. So yes, in addition to the product value, this is comp plan 9 levels. We're talking about cash back, which is not cash back, but a kind of buck. So that's like cash, because you get money that you get to use for products. So you get a kind of bucks and all of that with our Econo Lifer guys. And so again, who's eligible to purchase this pack? Anyone who's already purchased the Econo Lifer. If you've purchased the Diamond Coach Pack, if you're a founding member, if you purchased the Sapphire Coach Pack, the Diamond Coach Pack, or the Wellness Coach and Scan Upgrade, those are the individuals who are qualified. And the reason why we have to do this, guys, I mean, we would love to be able to do this for anybody, but we have to limit the number of these Black cards because we've calculated how many hours we can actually give out complimentary. Okay, and so there's a set number of Black cards that we're going to be able to authorize. And so that's why we've made this available for people that are already in the business. Okay, as a new person, guess what? You can become a Econo Lifer, and then you can make yourself eligible for purchasing this pack. So with that being said, here's the upcoming schedule for the payouts for the Wellness Center. The first payout will happen April the 15th. So get excited. For those of you, I know many of you, in fact, dozens of you have already purchased that Black card. So for those of you who went out there, you became an Econo Lifer, maybe you got the Black card, kudos to you. In fact, we're going to be recognizing our Black card members, our Econo Lifer members very, very soon. And so with that being said, we have a lot of other cool initiatives we're going to be doing for Black Friday, for Cyber Monday. We know that this quarter, it's going to be our biggest most profitable season ever, guys. It's very exciting. And why is that? Because again, guys, when economies get weak, you know, it's not that everybody's getting weak. There's certain industries that go up, certain industries that go down. We just have to understand how you move into the industries that are growing, and the wellness industry is exploding right now. And so we're going to have some phenomenal specials. Just stay tuned to your website, stay tuned to the updates from Dr. Roz. And with that being said, you know, if you're on this line right now because you want more out of life, you want more time, you want more money, you want more health, more wealth, more freedom, more legacy, you got to first believe it, guys. Once you believe it, then guess what? You got to see it. You got to visualize that. And once you visualize that, then guess what? You can go out and achieve it. And so with that being said, thank you guys so much. Let's real quick see if there's any pertinent questions that we need to answer, because I do know that many of you have either emailed, and it would be great to kind of get the questions answered. Maybe everyone has the same question. So if you can help me monitor the chat, maybe Kathy, who's been keeping up with the chat, maybe Scott. And let's see if there's any questions that we can't answer right here while we're on the line.
One of the things that was exciting, Melissa, is that someone said, did I just hear her say that we're going to open up that wellness center this year?
Yeah, it's opened up this year. We're making it available to the public January the 1st. And here's the other thing, for the Black Card members, there's going to be a 1-week preview where we're going to give you guys 1 week before it opens to the public, where you can come in as much as, you know, you guys, of course, have to book your appointments, but it only be for specifically the Black Card members before it ever even gets out to the general public for 1 whole week in December. So yeah, so stay tuned for that.
We got this one, Melissa. I bought a Lifer pack. Can I upgrade to Black Card?
You sure can. We can let you upgrade. Just send us your details. Hi, Karen. Happy birthday to Karen. Come here, Karen. Karen is 65 years young. Just say hi. She's an Econo Lifer.
Hi.
Yay.
Everyone.
She's having a big birthday celebration out there.
It's
so it's
my
packed out there. So
birthday.
we're so proud
It's
of you.
more than that. It's a setup, baby. My people see me and they want to know what you doing. They say, I got to have it. They got aches, pains, all kind of stuff. I set them up. It's my birthday.
Good job, girl.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Oh, and another
That
bit.
are leaving,
They're leaving. Okay.
that would like that.
Okay, so wait for about 5 more minutes. Okay. And so here's the other cool thing, guys. As an Econo Lifer, you join the family. Like, Karen's a part of the family. So we have a beautiful, you know, we have a total of 5,500 square foot, 1,500 in our warehouse, and then 4,000 here. Beautiful decor. So she's having a birthday celebration, and it costs pennies on the dollar. I mean, all, you know, just So there's lots of benefits to this, right? But yeah, you can upgrade, but if you're already eligible for that Black Card pack, so what you would need to do is send us that email with your details, and we can make sure your packs, right? So most likely the answer is yes. Okay.
Melissa, here's another question about the qualifications monthly, similar to our founders pack. This question is, do you have to have 3 customers? Can you elaborate?
Yes. Oh, so basically, if you're a founder and you're a lifer, the same 3 customers will carry over. So you don't have to have 3 and 3. So it just carries over. So as long as you're actively being involved. And here's the thing about the customers, guys, we put that requirement there for your protection, because you really want to make sure that the people that are joining this program, they want to be a part of the group, right? And so it's kind of like those who are actively engaged have to put some kind of skin in it. We're not asking for a lot. Most companies, like Scott said, you're going to jump through all kind of hoops. You're going to have to go reach the top levels to get a pool. And typically the pool is never gross revenue, guys. We're giving you gross revenue. And for that, your requirement is 3 customers. And you can be one of them. Your sister, your brother could be one of them. And our products are super affordable. So really, there's never an excuse. People that start using our products find that getting customers is not the problem. We have over 30,000 customers, far more customers than distributors.
Another question is for current founders, does the 1% extend to foreign markets?
Yes, yeah, that pool is locked, but that pool was already set that way from the beginning.
And super exciting now.
Because remember, nobody can get into that pool. So that's
true.
So yeah.
That's for current members. Yeah. I believe that's all the questions that I see. I don't see any more questions. People are super excited. They're asking about different countries, and I'll just say that the countries that we open up, you'll definitely know as they go along. Listen, because we're talking about going $1 billion big, I'm just going to jump right down out there and say, if you have people in other countries, you better start getting to know them again. Okay, because we're going to be taking this health, wealth, legacy, and freedom around the world. And I believe that that's all, Melissa.
Okay, awesome.